Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Shabazz here. So in this video, we will learn how to assess the homogeneity of variance and covariance assumptions in R. Homogeneity of variance means that dependent variable has approximately equal variances across the study groups. This assumption is important for tests such as the independent samples t-test, ANOVA, ANCOVA and MANOVA. So in this case, we commonly assess it using Levene test. A Levene test p-value higher than 0.05 indicates that the equal variance assumption is supported. A p-value lower 0.05 indicates that the group variances differ significantly. For MANOVA and MANCOVA, we also examine homogeneity of covariance matrix using box M test. A non-significant result generally supports the assumption, although box M is sensitive to large samples and departures from normality. So in this video, I will demonstrate how to perform Levene test and box M test, interpret their results and determine what to do when these assumptions are violated. So please like the video, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications for upcoming or data analysis videos. So first of all, we go to our PowerPoint presentation to see the criteria, threshold values and what is the homogeneity of variance. So homogeneity of variance and covariance in R, checking whether groups have comparable variability before ANOVA, MANOVA, ANCOVA or MANCOVA. So we will see Levene, Brown, Forsythe, Bartlett test and Box M test. So variance and covariance homogeneity answer different questions. Homogeneity of variance, do the groups have similar variability for one dependent variable? And homogeneity of covariance, do groups have similar variance, covariance matrices across multiple outcomes or not? So homogeneity of variance is basically important for independent sample t-test, ANOVA and ANCOVA. However, homogeneity of covariance is important for MANOVA and MANCOVA. Next, we see the user test that match the analysis: Levene test, Brown, Forsythe test, Bartlett test, and Box M test. So we have a data set of 15 observations with group A, B, and C. This is categorical variable and test score and confidence level. And we will also use the threshold values to accept the both variance and covariance in our data set. So in this case, null hypothesis, the group variances or covariance matrices are equal. So if the p-value is greater than 0.05, don't reject equality. So it means there is equality of variance and covariance. However, if the p-value equal or less than 0.05, so it means there is evidence of heterogeneity, mean there is no equality of variance. So important questions: a non-significant test doesn't prove equality of variance. Large samples can detect trivial differences. Inspect group standard deviation, residual plots and covariance patterns. So now we will perform the test in R. So we go to R window. First of all, we import data in R. So in this way, I give dataset to ChatGPT and create all coding as well, you can see. So first of all, we will import the dataset. We copy this prompt and then paste in R. So a dialog box will open and you will select your data, and in this way R will import your dataset. Open. So our data set has been imported in R. So you can see here we have 15 observations. Okay, next we convert the group variable, which is method A, B and C, three categories. So it means we will convert group into factor, because when we test the homogeneity MANOVA, ANOVA, test. So in this way we convert group variable into factor. So we will copy this prompt and paste here. So R has successfully created factor from the categorical variable. So next process, we need to install and see if these packages are available in my R or not. First is car. So we'll search here packages. Yes, I have this package. If you don't have this package, then you need to install from here. Click on install and see car and install. So second, bio tools. So let me check if it is available in my R software. Bio tool. No, it doesn't available here. So it means we need to install bio tools. So install. So in this way, R will install the package on my R software to conduct the homogeneity of variance and covariance in R. So it has successfully installed in my R. So third package is write Excel. So let me check if it is available. Right? Yes, it is already available. So it means I needed only second package. So I have done. So now we will load these three packages to function. Copy this prompt and paste in console, then press enter. So all three packages have been successfully loaded in R. So now we go to test and apply the Levene test for test score. We copy this prompt. Okay, so it means you can see here we test the homogeneity of variance of test score. So it means the F value is 0.209 and the P value is 0.8143. So it means our P value is higher than 0.05. So it means there is equality of variance as per the threshold value. You can see here P value should be greater than 0.05. So it means don't reject equality. It means there is equality of variance in our data, in data of test score. So now we go for next Levene test for confidence. Now we check the second outcome variable. So we tested equality of variance for first outcome variable. Now we are going to check for second outcome variable. Okay, so in this case we can also see that the F value is 0.0759 and the P value is greater than 0.05. So it means there is also a equality of variance in confidence data. Okay, so now we will check. So by using the Levene test, we check the equality of variances. So now we are going to test the equality of covariance. So in this way, we will use box M test. So now we will copy and paste in or then press enter. So you can see here box M test for homogeneity of covariance. You can see there is a chi-square value is 4.0556, degree of freedom 6 and P value is greater than 0.05. So there is also a equality of covariance in test score. So now we check the, so it means we checked for both homogeneity data because there are two outcome variables, test score and confidence. So it means we need to go back to our research question. Okay, so we were checking the homogeneity of covariance. So it means do groups have similar variance covariance matrix across multiple outcomes? So it means yes, because our P value is greater than 0.05. Okay, so in the end, as usual, we will save all results in one Excel file, copy and paste the whole command here, then press enter. So R will automatically create the results we have just seen here in a separate file, and you will find the same file in the same directory you are working. So this is the file, so you can open and interpret the results in your research. So thank you very much for the video.